Wow. 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 Dan Raphael absolutely destroys Ryan Garcia. He rips and goes in on Ryan Garcia. And the only comeback Ryan Garcia had was Ryan Garcia saying and talking about Dan Raphael's weight and saying he's not credible. And Dan Raphael responded to that and said, that's okay. You can talk about my weight. But what you can't dispute is the facts that you cheated. And Dan Raphael responded to Ryan Garcia going at Devin Haney and saying that I'm really your dad and Bill's not your dad. Same old childish talking points. And Dan Raphael responds to Ryan Garcia saying, you're talking about performance enhancers. You're still talking about the Ostarine. You can't accept the whooping I put on you. So Dan Raphael responded and he said, whooping? And he said, this is what I'm going to read to you what Dan Raphael stated, right? Because he just chose to go in on Ryan Garcia. Quote, he says, this is what he says. Quote, you was juiced up on pads, 4+ pounds over the contractual weight, and it was still a close fight, points-wise, even with the knockdowns. But okay, because Ryan Garcia says, Bill is not Devin Haney's real dad. I'm his real dad. When you get your butt whooping like that from pillar to post, I'm the real dad, and that's facts. Right? Again, like I said, childish talking points. And Ryan Garcia responds and says, I'm sorry you wasn't accurate. Did you report that the supplements had traces of Ostarine in it? No, they didn't. Ryan Garcia's lying. No, they did not. And he says, you didn't because you didn't care about that part. It's just sad that because of my political views and when I was speaking about children and trafficking, you started being weird towards me. I'm paraphrasing. You're just a weirdo. You lost all credibility. Don't really matter. Nobody listens to you. Takes anyway, and I wonder why. Barely got a job head. Dan Raphael responds, and he says, blah, blah, blah. At Real Devin Haney is a 3-division world champion, including undisputed title, and he didn't have to cheat. Your Ostarine levels was 60 times the allowable limit. Maybe Devin dropped by three times, but kept getting up, which is more than you can say against Tank Davis. I may be fat, but I'm no sucker for propaganda. You still saw I was 100% accurate on every single thing I reported about you and your positive drug test that you said I lied about. Have a blessed day. Then he says, oh yeah, FYI. And for the people talking about small amounts, he was 60 times, and then he puts it in parentheses, 60 over the allowable threshold limit in California, Nevada, New York, etc. To compare, Matias was flagged for Ostarine, but was under the allowable threshold. Let that sink in, end quote. Wow. And Ryan Garcia has nothing else to come back from because, again, Ryan Garcia has gotten so, and then Jake Paul jumps into it. Wow. Jake Paul jumps in and says, what don't make sense is you fighting for WBC after coming off a butt whooping by Rolly and 5 other things I could bring up. But hey, that's no knock on you. You have big, never mind. You ain't have big nothing. Wow. Bruh, Ryan Garcia is so accustomed and so used to people just being on this Devin Haney bash tour that they ignore everything else. And after Devin Haney's last performance against Brian Norman Jr., nobody's on that tour. And then after seeing the performance Ryan Garcia had after testing positive against Rolly Romero, getting outboxed and getting dropped, nobody believes him. Nobody believes you anymore. Nobody believes you. You got to prove your point, period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Devin Haney is trying to fight Rolando Rolly Romero for unification on the same card as Ryan Garcia fighting for the WBC title against Mario Barrios February 21st. And then Devin Haney wants the rematch with Ryan Garcia. So hopefully everything falls in place and we get the rematch and put this whole saga to bed. But what y'all think, man? Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.